Welcome, one and all.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy, very special Wednesday.
What's so special about tonight?
Well, I'm finally back in this chair after a
You are.
week.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to
After
that.
last week's debacle.
Also, we are celebrating tonight a very momentous occasion.
How momentous is it?
Pretty goddamn momentous.
It is. Surprised she's put up with you
Yes,
that long.
3 years of marriage today, folks.
Haven't killed him yet.
Haven't killed him yet.
Hasn't killed me yet.
Close, a couple times.
But
Several tight
You should have
shaves.
seen the card she gave me.
Yeah.
The card said, "Your farts stink. They haven't killed me yet, but until they do, I love you."
Oh, that's
I think
not the
it's
card I
Something
saw.
like- Oh no.
The card she showed me said, "You're fired."
So we want to thank everybody. I want a special thank you to you for taking up. You did a great job last week.
No.
I was.
We just barely made it
No,
through.
it was a great show, and I'm just really pleased that you were here, and I'm proud to be back. I missed you guys. I really did.
We missed you too.
Yeah, I was sitting in a car in between sets in Shetty Camp.
Lamenting what was
Like
going on.
No, it wasn't. I was just going. I can't believe how lonesome I was. Not being here.
We were depressed.
It was a bit dark.
Yeah, it was.
But you teched the shit out of it.
Well,
it
that's
was
all
really
I
good.
can do is just
It was-
tweak the dials.
It was really good. So,
Yeah.
before we kill the music,
Yeah.
Well, the song ended, so.
Way to go
it's
there,
supposed
ref.
to- yeah, producer, come on, Jesus.
It wasn't yammering too much.
So we got the music's supposed to blend in with the yammering.
Yeah.
It did.
Blend us.
Blend us, damn it, blend us.
It ended me.
Want to thank our proud partners. Thank you so much to Boucher Guitars, Levy Straps, G&G Music, Fantasy Music, K&K Sound, Gallagher Guitars, Recording King, Alvarez Yeri, St. Louis Music. Thank you. Yamaha Music Canada, James Martin Instruments from Ireland. The review is up. It's a big hit.
Yep.
He's actually working on another guitar, I think, to send this way.
There you
He's
go.
so happy.
Get on it, James.
Audio Sprockets, Mr. James May, thank you. D'Addario, Canada, and the U.S. isn't with us yet, but maybe they will jump on board sooner or later.
Once they figure their shit out.
Yeah, the XS strings are
Yeah.
doing very well. Brickhouse Guitars, my buddy up in Kitchener, Ontario. Joshua House, Apollo Picks, Nick Monin, thank you, sir. Tone Right, Close Guitars have shipped their 2 instruments to us. They're going to be here probably next week. And a brand new music store partner.
Yes.
This is exciting.
From deep down south.
From deep down south.
South in the Miramichi.
South in the Miramichi, New Brunswick, Opry Music Store, Mr. Vince Mullen. I met him a couple weekends ago when I was up there at the Rogersville Bluegrass Festival. And he just was one of those, just like us. One of those guys.
Sorry about that, Vince.
Sorry, but yeah, and just a great shop like Glenn's and Stevens. Just all kinds of really eclectic things that you're not going to find just anywhere
At the chain stores.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And his father owned the store for many, many years, and he inherited it. And he comes from a family of musicians. We just had a great time. Me and Bill went in there and played guitars and talked strings and talked amplifiers, and
Awesome.
it was wicked. So he is now a partner. So now we have the Bermuda Triangle of music.
Right.
We have G&G in Antigonish, Halifax, and the Miramichi right there. It's like perfect.
The network is expanding,
Yes,
folks.
when you go inside that triangle, you get lost and shot into a realm, a dimension, if you will.
different dimension.
A different of
One
time.
that's hard to navigate.
Of time and space.
It's almost like the universe of grand prizes is expanding.
That's right. I'm enjoying one right now.
I'm enjoying a little fiddle-dee-dee potatoes
Not again.
right now.
Some Stella Artois. and a bit of Guinness.
You need a new shtick.
So let's start with the biggest news of all. Because we have now 3 partners, we've decided to change the structure of the prize situation with string theory.
Pay attention to this.
We're still going to ask the question, take 2 entrants every week, right? But now we're going to wait until we have 50 people.
Yeah. Because we're up in the ante.
We're up in the ante, folks, because each one of these shops will be donating a rather large prize to a common pool.
Right.
And at the end of 25 weeks, we draw from those 50 people, and that one person wins the prize from all 3 stores. And it's going to be
3 grand prizes.
in one
In one.
one person.
To
And
one
then for a reconciliation, a runner-up prize. The day after we do the draw, you're going to be invited by us through your emails to attend a private live YouTube concert the next day for all the people who did not win.
And you're going to wear whatever they want you
Yes.
to wear, right?
Up
And
to
the person who won too.
and including nothing.
Okay.
No.
What?
No.
No.
It was Ginger that was going to be
Oh,
wearing
right. Okay.
nothing.
So this is
No.
super exciting, folks, and we're on the fly here, and everything's going so well with all of this that we may add little things into this. And we've been toying around with all
lots of
different
good
ways
ideas.
to give back to you guys, and I think we're going to soon start. I've pretty well decided this evening, after all the conversation we had, that we need to start some sort of a merch store for string theory. A proper one. We're either going to do it through YouTube or some other way, but we're going to get that going so that you guys can get hats, T-shirts,
Stuff we blow up.
stuff. Yeah. We should occasionally give stuff that I put my foot through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll work. Put that on the merch store
that's right.
because it's got to be good.
So
It's got to be good.
on to Capo Corner. What we're going to do right now is we're going to call our number one.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get a koozie.
What in the name of
I'm
God?
trying to get a koozie, man.
We are going to call our number one partner,
Glenn.
the guy that's been with us from day one, known this man forever and ever and ever, and he's going to tell us all about what's going on at the shop. He's obviously one of our 3 major partners here.
He's in the Highland Heart of Nova Scotia.
He certainly is.
Hello.
Hello, Glenn Gotel. You're live on String Theory, buddy. How's it going?
Oh, well, gee, you're scaring me. I'm sitting here watching string theory. Isn't that cool?
Please turn down your radio there, Glenn.
Well,
Fiddly-dee potatoes, buddy.
yes, right on. Who's that?
That's
your
Chris.
old dog, Chris.
That's
There.
Chris, yeah. We just wanted to call you and just you go ahead and tell the folks about the shop and how things have been going and the lines that you're carrying and all that stuff. Give us a lowdown, man.
Sure, yeah. Well, listen, thanks for calling. And first of all, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
It's pretty exciting. You guys got some real lovely hats on tonight.
Yeah, we do.
Anniversary hats.
Yeah.
You got her. No, things have been going good. I guess the first thing I'd like to do is just thank all the customers for the last couple of years with this COVID thing going on, all the support. And not only that, but all the support from the last 20-some years. It's really appreciated. And right through Canada and U.S., I really appreciate it. So thanks very much.
That's wicked.
And
Glenn.
also you guys' help and support, too.
Well, we'd be hard pressed to have even started this all up without you. You were the first guy to come on board with all these crazy ideas with us, and it sure worked out well for everybody involved, I think.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And like I say, it's working out well. Maybe I'd like to mention it's coming up. It's hard to believe, but Christmas is coming up in a few months.
It is.
And we're going to have lots and lots of specials. Just stay tuned for that. I'll be on my channel doing different things. And Boucher Guitars, number one guitars, they've been doing very well. And I want to say hello to all the Boucher family out there.
Yeah, man.
Rock and roll.
There's
for
a lot.
sure.
There's a
It's
lot
been
of them,
great,
but
and,
there's a lot of them. So, what's your give us an idea of what the main lines are in the store? Who's your biggest movers for stuff?
Well, number one, Boucher in the high-end guitars, Lakewood, Martin, they're all still good sellers. I do a lot of lower end guitars, like for beginners, of course, and everything from guitars to mandolins, fiddles. I've got a lot of used gear comes in for trade-ins and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pianos. There's a little bit of everything here, really, but all kinds of accessories, straps, things like that. And yeah, it's kind of cool to see everybody come through. I've got a good selection right now till Christmas. Some drum kits kicking around. So yeah, it's all good.
And you ship worldwide, right?
I certainly do. Yeah, we've been shipping a lot to the U.S. in the last couple months, and yeah, if you've got an address, I'll ship it there for sure.
Right on. So, folks, if you want to get in touch with Glenn, he's in Antigonish, Nova Scotia. You can Google G&G Music Store or Music Shop. His phone number is 902-863-1657, and he will ship anything, anywhere, and he's one of the nicest human beings I've ever met in this whole business, and I mean that sincerely, Glenn.
It's like going to his house when you go to the store.
It is. It's like going to somebody's living room instead of going to the store,
Yeah.
So,
well, listen, I'm looking forward to you guys coming down again.
Yep.
And maybe we'll get some more wheel pizza.
Yes, sir.
Sounds good. Well, listen, thanks for calling. Appreciate your support, and continue watching the show with a beer.
Thank you,
Sounds
brother.
good, Glenn.
Thank you so much, Glenn. Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
Okay, you guys take care. Have a good one. Hello, Ginger.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, Glenn.
She said hello. Thanks, man.
Fiddly-dee potatoes.
Okay. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
What a tremendously nice man.
He is.
I think that guy, like the people that watch this show, when talking about that store, the entire 70 weeks or how long we've been doing this, and just like, they just don't realize how kind-hearted a guy that is until you go in his shop, right? And he's all about just wanting people to get the right piece of gear.
Yep.
Right? It doesn't matter what they're looking for. If you have a question, you call him and he'll help you.
Even if you're in a bind,
Yep.
Glenn has helped us out many times.
That's right.
Doing local shows up in the area, and you need a mic stand or you need an extra mic cable or something like that. You just call Glenn, and he's right there for you. It doesn't matter what time it is or what day of the week it is.
And I'll tell you something else. Our other two partners, Stephen McNeil, Fantasy Music, and Vince Mullen up there at Opry Music. These guys are the same characters, and that's why this is the dynamic has changed here. Right, we're starting to find
who's who in the zoo.
Exactly. There's a lot, and I think this is going to be great, and I think it's going to spread westward. I believe we're going to find shops possibly in Quebec, Ontario, all the way across to Vancouver that match these guys' intensity. We have a nationwide network of string theory shops that go
There
right
are
across, right?
gems waiting to be discovered.
Yeah, and there's nothing against the chain stores. They're fantastic. You walk in there, find a lot of stuff, and just they always have what you need when you need it. But man, you can't beat a shop where you walk in and you might see a vintage Gibson J45 hanging on the wall right next to a D'Angelico, right next to a Boucher, right next to a rare Fender or a Yamaha.
Right next to a recording kit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like those are the kind of stores that inspire the imagination in players.
Well, they have something for everybody.
Exactly.
In a small store.
Yeah. And that's why we're dealing with them, and it's just this is really going to be a lot of fun. I think the next few months we're going to see a lot of I mean, it's still happening. Like, it hasn't slowed down ever since the pandemic started. I think that just music, and especially guitar in particular, has just exploded, and I really just don't see it slowing down. I have a meeting Saturday, actually, with Yeri. They're gonna Skype me from London, England. Chris Meikle's going to be calling me. We're going to be discussing God knows what, because they're busy. And they love what we do, and I love what they do, and cherish these instruments they've sent me, and that's the kind of thing. And close guitars, Boucher, Gallagher, all of them. These guys are like, I lose touch with these guys because they're so busy from everything that's going on. Everyone is feeding off each other.
Yep.
And I love it. It's just the most incredible feeling.
It's definitely been surprising and gratifying to see the beehive of activity that's taken place.
Oh yeah, and it never seems to stop.
No.
It never seems to stop. There's always something new. I mean, even today, I was talking. Me and Glenn were in the planning stages of all this stuff, and I must say that a lot of this actually was also inspired by Stephen McNeil, because his prize for the last run was pretty damn expensive. That was a good
great
prize,
amplifier.
You know?
Yeah, that was a
and I thought
deluxe.
so I know he's going to be really primo on this, because he's going to be like, yeah, this makes way more sense than sending out a pick or whatever every week. I want the people that watch the show to have a really good chance at something super cool.
So with these three prizes combined, there's another angle to that too, because if you don't have a use for the grand prize that a store has given you, you can take the cash equivalent.
Yeah, or like a gift certificate.
Like a gift certificate to the store. So if you want to use that cash value, which is substantial.
Yes, it will be.
For each of the store's grand prize, you could put that against a Boucher guitar.
Yeah.
Or
whatever you want.
So it's not just, here, take your grand prize. If you want to convert it, it gives you that option. And
or maybe there's a couple of guitars in the pool. You get one, you pick the one you like the best. You give the guitar to someone that wants a guitar.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
that's the most noble thing you could do. If there's two guitars in this pack, we don't know what's going to be in it yet.
We don't know it.
We'll be announcing it as we go, as they decide what to do. But let's just say, one store gives a Recording King, the other guy gives a whatever, a Yamaha or whatever, and you get two guitars in the mail, and you're like, wow, I like that one the best. Yeah. But I know a kid that's starting to play down the road needs a good guitar. Boom.
There you go.
How that's a real huge way to pay things out forward.
Given the gift of music.
Yeah.
Right.
And perfectly so. Anyhow, we took a long time for that, but I wanted to make sure everybody knew what was going on, and I'm really proud to be back in the chair with you guys.
I'm super
it's
pumped.
Awesome.
I'm feeling sharp tonight because you're back.
Yes, sir. Me too. Sharp is a
sharp. I'm feeling sharp.
Yeah, sharpie.
Yeah. Hey, I want to talk about your upcoming show.
Yes, please.
So, as everybody knows, things are starting to open up.
They are. Yes.
JP has a big live show that he's part of.
Yep.
Headlining.
Yep.
So there's with Gunning. There's actually two shows. The first show is not you, but it's in the same location. Both of these 2 nights, Friday, September the 17th, and Saturday, September the 18th, are 2 shows in Antigonish for anybody that might be around that area. The Friday night show is Matt Anderson with full band. They call it the Big Bottle of Joy.
It's going to be deadly.
Chris Kirby, Kim Dunn, Jeff Arsenal. It's just going to be
out of control.
It's out of control.
We're going.
Yeah.
We're going to see the show.
We're all going to be there.
Yeah.
So tickets for that one are $75, cash bar, doors at 7, show at 8.
Yeah.
And it's in the PJ Baccarat Hall, which is like the parish hall of the local church. Backerdax, sorry. PJ Backerdax.
Yeah.
In Pomket, just outside Antigonish.
Yeah.
And then Saturday night, to really smash the weekend into high gear,
this is going to be a deadly show.
This is going to be the big show. So Ian Sherwood is going to be hosting the night, hostess with the mostest.
Yeah.
Ian Sherwood. It's going to be Richard Wood from PEI.
Yep.
It's going to be Heather Rankin from Mabu. It's going to be
Gunning and Cormier. Full concert.
Smashing the walls down
in this place. It's going to be wicked.
And then the big finale at the end of the night.
Yeah.
With everybody together.
Insanity.
So
September
PJ
the 18th.
Backerdax. September the 18th.
Yep.
$65 for Saturday night for the tickets.
Yep.
And there are still a few tickets available, but you got to act quick.
Yep.
Everybody that comes, I think, is required to be double vaccinated.
Must be
so
double
that
vaccinated.
Everybody's safe, and we don't have to fool around with keeping parties separate and all that kind of stuff. People can just have a good time.
Yep.
So
there you go.
Yep.
If that's not a good enough reason to get your goddamn shots, nothing is.
And come
Get
out
your
and have
shots.
a
Get
goddamn
your
good
shots.
time.
Get
Yeah.
your shots.
Yeah.
Get your shots.
Yeah.
Get your fucking shots.
What he said. Get your shots.
All
Somebody
right.
shoot me.
And then come to the show.
And then
And then come to the
show.
goddamn show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First Kirsten.
Oh, we
Okay.
have so many.
Okay.
How many?
We'll try to go
So
through them real
many.
quick.
All of them.
No,
Okay.
no
so,
fooling around. Let's do it.
So there's a bunch of super chats. First one is from Ted Whitmore. He
Ted
says,
Whitmore.
Ted Whitmore.
He's new, right?
Yeah. He is.
You haven't been doing this long, have you?
Happy Wednesday, Ted.
He says, JP, thanks for Afghan number 3. Ginger and
welcome.
Chris, Bush and Coast, FFR 77 to 03.
Nice.
So that's from Ted. Thank you, Ted.
Thanks, Ted.
Bless your heart, Ted. Thank you, buddy.
Jay Gallant sent a super chat.
Jay Gallant.
Jay.
I met Jay Gallant
I
at
know.
Rogersville. Hey,
says-
Dan. How you doing?
He says, awesome performance on stage in Rogersville. Thanks
Yep.
for taking time to talk and take pictures. Cheers.
Love you, brother. Thank you.
Isidore Alir.
Oh, that's new.
Isadora Lear.
That's new.
Adore's a door, not a
Lear.
Learjet.
Or a liar.
Isadora Lear. No,
Lear,
it's
I think.
no, it's a Chinook. All right, go ahead.
All right, so this is the first question. Striking angle and the angle of the pick when it hits the string. Would you speak to that and the difference of a pick with a round tip to a sharp tip?
Well, okay, I'll do the easy part first. A round tip pick is generally fatter tone but slower speed, because because when something's round, it presents a greater surface area to the string, and that surface area has to hit the string and roll off it, right? If a pick is pointed, it presents less surface area to the string, at least half, or maybe even a quarter of it. And the angle of the string, if this is your string and this is your pick, you would never hit the pick straight on the string like so. You would turn the pick toward the floor so that the pick is going like this on either side of it. And this is a drastic angle I'm showing you, right? But you'd never use the entire surface of the pick. It's too much friction, right? So you turn it over, and that decreases. It decreases. You're just playing on the edges of the point, which decreases the contact of the pick tip by 80%, and it will make you 10 times faster and have way more tone and never have pick noise. Pick noise is that ricochet. And the other thing that happens with picking is that if you don't use proper pick technique, and when you make a strike, the kinetic energy of the pick is still flowing away from where you want to be, which is probably the same string, right? So the less the pick is touching the string, the better. That's why you tilt it. So it's just edges.
And that's for either pick, rounded or pointed.
Well, rounded is much more difficult because
Right.
it's so much surface.
More surface area. Yeah.
So you can play with a rounded pick, but rounded is very difficult to play fast with.
Is it for like kind of heavier
Mando.
hitters?
Mando.
Mando's a rounded pick.
Yeah, you use a more round pick with a mandolin because
Okay.
it gets a fatter tone.
Right.
And you're dealing with pairs of strings,
Yeah.
so it's a little more forgiving, right?
So does it have to do with like a sharp point pick would be a staccato kind of sound,
Yeah, not staccato. Well, speed wise, yes.
and a rounded tip pick gives you a fatter tone.
Fatter
because
for whole notes, and
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yep.
For slower passages, if you're playing a ballad, you might use a rounded pick and use more of it to get a thicker tone.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're playing really fast, up and down, the way that I teach, to never break that up and down stride,
Right.
round picks are just, they're completely counterintuitive.
So
Right.
your Apollo pick that you use,
They're pointed.
they're pointed.
They're all pointed. Yeah.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, when I reach into my pocket and pull out the pick that I'm using right now, which is actually an Ernie Ball Everlast,
Mm-hmm.
which is a nice Delrin type pick. I mean, it has a very pronounced point,
Mm-hmm.
possibly even more pronounced than a gold tone, or a blue chip, or
Right.
or an Apollo. So this is a super pointed pick for me, and don't like these quite as well as a less pronounced point.
Okay, now that's a
Right?
Delrin pick,
Yes.
which I use Delrin machining parts of.
Yes.
Right? I never knew that they made Delrin guitar picks. That's a first.
It's a very good material for picks.
It-
It wears really slowly.
Yeah.
And has a ton of tone.
It machines in the
Yeah.
machining world, machines like plastic, but wears like steel.
Right. It does. It's incredible material.
Yeah. Delrin is
Yeah.
amazing material.
Yeah. You always know. I mean, I've only been using this for. Well, I've used it for probably 5 or 6 shows, and I've barely got a bevel cut on it because it comes.
So you
unbeveled.
wear your own bevel.
I wear
You
my
wear-
own bevel. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Some people cut their own bevel. Like I just bought a bunch of snark picks, and if you see this thing right here, it comes in the bag with it. This is really cool. This is a pick-shaped piece of emery board,
Oh yeah.
right? So
that?
if you want to make your own bevels on the snark picks,
Yeah.
you just sit there and very gently make them
While
do-
you're watching
yeah,
your favorite
just sit
show
there.
on TV.
It's just a little piece of. It's,
And you
it's
can-
emery board,
You
right?
can file your little fingernail with it too.
Yeah.
If you want.
So that's really cool. Like that's what you do too. You use that, and you go now. In case anybody wants to know this, like if you want to create a bevel on a pick, it's not that easy. But you can figure it's trial and error. But you use something like this, and then to a piece of the back of a piece of leather,
Right.
and
Just stroke it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you
Yeah.
get on leather, then you cut it down a little more, then
Yeah.
the leather makes it all
Polish
smooth.
it with the leather. Yeah.
And it's a very long process.
That's cool.
Like people spend days shaping tortoise that way,
Right.
which is almost a sin because tortoise it may sound good, but there's synthetic versions now that sound better.
That are better yet.
And tortoise always tends to chip, break,
Yeah.
and you've killed a turtle. Even if they've died naturally, it's just not. You shouldn't be harvesting that stuff. It's so they're endangered, right? So
Our flying buddy Kenny Holden sent me a picture tonight of his Morgan and his Apollo blue chip,
nice.
and said, "What a great combination."
Yeah, I
So-
got more Apollo picks coming. As a matter of fact, I just ordered another 4 of the tortoise style because I couldn't keep them. Gunning took my first tortoise.
Right.
Danny Maye has my
Other one.
my blue casein.
Right.
I have my yellow one in the house, and I got my small tortoise version over there. But I want 4 more because I just know there's
to defend
such
them better.
fantastic picks. Even online, I'm seeing now that people are playing Apollo picks, and they're overtaking blue chip. People are using blue chip, and they try the Apollos, and they're like, whoa. Like this is a whole other. It's a whole other realm.
Right.
What he's doing, right? So, good on you, Nick. Love you. Love your picks. You're my favorites in the world right now.
Cool.
Next.
Next.
Okay.
We're enjoying one right now.
Jeff Gallon.
Hey, Jeff.
Jeff Gallon.
He says, "Gentlemen, love you guys. Ginger as well. So who's sending the first flying V acoustic? Don't be lying now. PL loves you all."
For the first flying V.
We need to find somebody to make us a flying V acoustic.
It probably has been done. Like some company like Dean or something has probably
Yeah.
already done it, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised.
Yeah. Folks.
Okay, next.
We have a super chat from Bernice Dooley.
Dooley. Hi, Bernice.
She says, "Wine and diner, John. She's a keeper."
Oh, I know
I
that.
like Bernice.
I rue the day. I rue the day
Rue the day.
that
What do you
Serious
Ginger
ruage.
was texting you in the boathouse. We were trying to build an outboard engine, I think, and she was all girly, and I was getting annoyed because she was texting you, and I said, "What is wrong with you? Who do you keep texting?" "John." "John who?" "JP." And I said, No, that's not happening.
No, that's not
No,
happening.
now my worlds are not going to collide like that. And here we are.
Now you are all smooshed up.
All stuck in the middle.
Still smooshed up.
Happy
Anniversary.
anniversary.
The end of it. Okay. Okay, next.
Oh dear. We have another super chat from Catfish Creek Chuck.
Catfish Creek Chuck. Good to see you again, buddy.
That's a good name.
Says, "Happy anniversary, Ginger and JP. You guys rock." Thank you, Catfish.
Thank you.
Larry sent a very generous super chat. He says,
Larry Reindress?
Yeah.
All right, Larry.
Hey, Larry.
Bernice made me do it and take her dancing.
Nice.
Take her
Cool.
dancing.
Ted Whitmore
Ted Whitmore.
and
Cheers, Ted.
Joe McGraw both sent a super chat for saying happy birthday. Or happy birthday. Happy anniversary.
Happy birthday.
Happy New Year's.
Uh-huh. Tuba Dylan sent a super
Tuba
chat.
Dylan.
Congrats, JP. Your Afghan story and your entire life told is inspiring. Love you, bro. Next time you're in NC, you can stay at my castle and we'll jam.
North
Sounds
Carolina.
good to me, buddy. I can't wait till I come back down to the States. All you guys get your shots.
Yeah, get your shots down there.
Damn it.
So we can come down and visit.
Yes, because we want to come back down there.
Yep.
We want you to come up here.
Indeed. Caper, formerly Caper Away, I'm assuming he's now Caper Here.
Caper here.
It seems he's come home. Sends a super chat. I don't see a question associated, but if I see it, I will come back to it. And then we have another super chat from Neil McLinden.
Oh, that's new.
Neil's new.
That's
I
new.
feel like he's actually new.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
Welcome, Neil. to
welcome,
String
Neil.
Theory.
Happy Wednesday.
Or as we like to call it, Strange Theory.
Strange theory.
Yeah.
He's picked an interesting night to join us.
Yes.
He says, happy anniversary, special props. You're the reason I bought an RD328, and it's my mainstay for the road now.
Sweet.
Overtaken any of my other guitars. Thanks for the honest opinions and flat picking.
Attaboy. I'm proud.
There you go.
Recording King makes tremendously good guitars.
Yep.
And they, for the money, it's impossible to beat them. They just, still got my, I have two of them here.
Creamsicle.
I got my creamsicle. I got my Series 10 or 11. It's 11, 10 or 11.
11.
11, yeah. Love that guitar. I use it almost every week on Life and Music. And it's just a guitar, that is the only guitar that actually lives in the house.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
guitar for when if I have an idea, I reach and grab that guitar. It's such a great instrument. Great instrument. But yeah, I'm proud you're using that stuff. And I think 2022 is going to be a big year for Recording King. They've got some new designs coming out.
They're amazing guitars for the money.
Yeah, they are. You just can't beat them. Now, mind you, again, you got to go to a store. You got to play them.
Yeah,
to make
you
sure
can try
that's
it
what you want. That they're proper setup, proper shape, all
Yeah.
those things. You find the one that makes magic for you, buy it.
Yeah.
Because they stand the test of time. I've had mine for well over a year. They're just the same today as they were the day I got them. And I've put them through some paces. I'll tell you.
For sure. Okay.
Next.
So this question's actually been posed by a few people. But,
All tonight.
yes.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, dear.
Don't mess up the table.
Coaster failure.
Coaster failure.
Operator error. It's from Lily Cat. I'm obsessed with the mystery guitar from 6 days ago. When will you let us know what guitar that was? Looked and sounded like a Martin D41. Please do a reveal. Thank you.
Yeah, there's going to be there will be a reveal within the next few days.
Many people are very curious.
It may not happen this week. Maybe it will. I don't know, but it will definitely happen next week.
We're a little busy this week.
We're pretty tied up.
We are tied up.
It might
Yeah.
happen this week.
It might. I might get around to it tomorrow, but if I don't,
You know, today's Wednesday, Ginger.
yeah.
The week
Yeah,
is
there's still-
flying by.
You
Yeah.
don't have anything on the go tomorrow, I don't think.
Well, yeah.
We'll see.
Well, I'll see what happens, but it will, if I don't get it done this week, it will definitely be next week. And I know a lot of people are freaked out by that video. And yeah, it's incredible.
All
amount-
will be revealed in
all,
time.
all will be revealed
I will say that somebody guessed it right.
in the fullness of time.
Lots of people have guessed it right, haven't they?
Well,
just gonna say somebody.
A few,
Somebody.
A few people have got it right, but a few people have also
Got it wrong.
but not for any
No.
good reason.
No, it's
You know,
close. It's
You can't tell. I mean, you really can't tell
unless you know.
unless you know what that guitar is. It could be
Several things.
Here's the thing. Yeah, it could be anything that anybody's saying.
Yeah.
But someone
Which
did get it right.
which for my purposes, it's exactly what I want.
That was
What?
the point.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I want. So
Yeah.
all is good.
What's
All
your
is
hat
good.
say?
Next,
This one's from Joe,
Joe,
Hey, Joe.
Brother Joe.
bringing back an old trend.
Oh boy,
Oh boy, here we go, Joe.
Can I put barbed wire on my bazooka?
my bazooka.
Not even bazooki, bazooka.
I'm not sure about that, Joe. But I have strung up a watermelon with garden hose before and launched it into the next door neighbor's yard.
Yeah.
where it hit the lady of the house, exploded, and she ran down and stormed off down across the field. Nobody's seen her since.
See,
Connect.
Scott McCone.
Scott McCone.
Scott McCone,
My old
I haven't
buddy.
seen him in years.
That's wicked, man. How you doing, brother? Love
Bass player, extra donaire.
you. Extra donaire. Yeah.
Hey, Scott.
He says, "Is Corinthian leather a real thing, or is Ricardo Montalban full of crap?"
No,
Asking
he
for a
was
friend.
not full of crap. Corinthian leather.
Corinthian leather.
Rich Corinthian leather.
I'm enjoying some right now.
Smooth ride of the Cordoba.
It smells so good.
We are enjoying some right now. Connect.
Yes, all of that and more. We have a question from Michael Pennington.
That's not new.
No.
He's been here before. Hi, Mike.
He says, "Good morning from Taiwan.
Oh, that's our Taiwan man. Yes, sir.
I just purchased an RD 328 Recording King. What a
Sweet.
great guitar. Thanks for the suggestion. What type of changes did you make to the setup on your RD 328?
I don't think I made any. I may have tweaked the truss. That's it.
Yeah, I think you adjusted the action.
That's it.
Yeah.
It came to me perfect. So, but, they don't go out perfect to everybody. So
Nope.
you may have to, shave your saddle down a little or take it somewhere and get the nut slots lowered where
Taiwan-
it should be.
In Taiwan, it would be fairly humid.
Yes.
Let's talk about how that affects his guitar.
Well, it might not affect it as much as you think. They're pretty solid. That's where they're built.
Right?
It's actually going back home, right?
If it ever left.
Yes.
Yeah.
It may not have ever left.
Probably
May
did.
not have ever
So,
left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you can get away with just a truss adjustment, just leave it at that. That's what I would. That's what.
And
I
that's, honestly, a truss adjustment is like 80% of the time.
did. Yeah.
It
yeah.
just takes a little crank.
Quarter turn,
Yeah.
boom, you're done.
Yeah.
Plays like a dream.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Canarked.
We have a super chat from Cajun Queen.
Hey, Cajun Queen.
Cajun Queen.
Cajun Queen.
Yes.
Something like that. They say anniversary, congrats.
Thank you.
My whole life this past year is Monday, Wednesday, wait. Monday, Wednesday, wait.
Oh. Wow. Bless your heart.
We're
Thank you.
Monday, Wednesday, rinse and repeat.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Except me and Chris often text each other on Sunday. Go, you know what's happening in 3 days? You know what's happening in 3 days?
You know,
what's happening in 3
you know what tomorrow is? Is the day before, the day before, the day before that day.
Yeah. Or he jumped into the house today and said, you know what today is? You know what today is? You know what today is?
Happy,
Poke at
happy,
me.
happy, happy, happy
anniversary,
anniversary.
happy
Happy anniversary.
anniversary.
Happy
Connect.
anniversary.
We're going to get dinged.
We have a super chat from Caleb Hawkins.
Caleb Hawkins. How you doing, buddy?
There's a name I know.
He says, what would you do for a Klondike bar? I'd pay full price, but I would do some sketchy stuff for a good fiddle string.
What Klondike bar are you talking about? Are you talking about the
nuts-
American
yeah, the one with
Klondike
the nuts
bars?
on the outside and stuff. Oh,
Oh, I miss those so much.
And
I would
fudge.
gladly beat a small penguin to death with a.
Oh,
with a
I would.
wiffle bat.
I would beat a flock of penguins to death for the double chocolate
Why are penguins taking so much
fudge
hate?
Klondike bars with the nuts on
Yeah,
top.
I'd fight a polar bear for that shit.
I think you'd lose, though, is the only problem with that.
Yeah.
Lose which?
You'd lose to a polar bear.
Well,
Not if there's two of us.
None of us. No, and we snuck
Or
up
just give
on
him
it.
a Coke.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
give him a Coke and
Give
fake
a
him
Coke.
out.
Yeah, fake him out.
Give him a Coke and take his Klondike.
Yeah, head fake him with a Coke. Yeah, there you go.
Next.
We have a super chat from Martin
Excuse me.
D18.
Martin
Now
D18.
that's new.
No.
Are you new? That's not
I've never
new.
heard that one. I would remember a guy named after a
He
friggin'
might
guitar.
He might not have had a question, but I've seen him commenting.
Okay,
All right.
Martin D18.
So it might
Go
be new
ahead.
to you.
Give her hell.
He probably hates me.
No.
Okay, good. Love
Bought the JP Signature Boucher you played at G&G last time. Wonderful guitar.
Whoa!
Awesome.
Holy crap! Oh, with a name like Martin D18, I wouldn't have expected that.
Yeah.
But,
You can like both.
yeah. Oh,
allowed.
well, I do. I'd have both of those guitars.
That was a beautiful guitar.
It was a good guitar.
Yeah.
Wow. You got a killer.
Glenn had tons of good guitars in the store that night.
Oh yeah. Robert Boucher is he's ridiculous. It's one of the best builders in the world.
we still
There's
have to
no way
put
around
together
it.
our trip to the shop.
Yeah,
Boucher.
we're gonna have to do like a live string theory from Boucher guitars.
We will do that.
We
Whenever
should be able to do that soon now
yeah,
that
when
things are opening
when
up.
things start to go a little better, and there's less cases in Quebec and stuff. We're gonna
It's
do
coming.
this. Yeah.
It's coming.
Is it in the
Everybody
middle-
needs to just
out in the boonies.
get their shots.
Get the shot.
Get
your
your shot.
shots. Get your shots.
Get your shot.
Hey, I got an idea. Get your shots.
Now?
How about now?
Now.
Now?
Get your
Now.
shot.
2 of them.
Both of them.
That's right.
Plus a booster.
Stop fucking
Just
around.
for good
do it.
measure.
Just do it.
Don't make me come out there.
That's right.
Get your shots.
Get them.
You broke your hat.
Oh, well, sorry. I fixed it so I can break it.
A super chat from Michael Easter.
Hi, Michael Easter.
Michael Easter.
Fiddly-dee potatoes, Michael.
He says, "Where did JP and Ginger meet? Happy 3rd anniversary."
I can vouch for that.
Go ahead.
For
This thing's hurting my ears.
yeah, take it off. Take it all off, big boy.
Oh yeah.
Dear.
Later.
Brown, chicken brown cow.
Boom, chicken brown, brown, chicken brown.
JP and Ginger met at the Stan Rogers Folk Festival
Yes, we did.
because Ginger used to come, and
Work front of house with you.
well, she'd come up and she'd be in Camp Meat
Can't
side
meet.
stage and
MEAT.
MEAT.
I
Meat
did
code.
1 year with artist wrangling.
Yeah, she was an artist wrangler, and she'd come up with me to help out at the festival, and she met you a couple times before
Yes.
before things kicked off because you mistakenly thought that she was with somebody else,
I did.
another friend of ours, that
was
with
so
Stevie.
That was funny.
Yeah, and then 1 year it all fell together.
Yes.
But we met at your fake 50th birthday as well.
My 49th, 50th birthday.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Huh?
We knew each other for years before.
Next.
Yeah. A super chat from Ian Rossiter.
Ian Rossiter.
Hi,
I
Ian.
don't see a question though. It's just super
Okay.
chat. So thank you.
Hang in there, Ian.
Thank you, brother. Love you.
If I see something pop
Don't
up.
let them beat you down.
Don't let the bastards get you down.
That's right.
We have a super chat from Takamordu.
Takamordu.
Happy anniversary to all the String Theory crew.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Happy.
Except me and Ginger are the only ones married. That's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Chris
I
is,
kind of feel like I'm married. I'm married
is
to I've been
involved.
married to both of you for
Yeah, pretty much.
like
30
pretty much
years.
ever.
he just
Yeah.
walks into our house randomly.
It's
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
it's the strangest three-way
Yeah,
I've ever
Nate-
been involved
Oh, yeah.
in.
Just walks in naked. The guy's got a toothpick.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, okay, Chris, here.
Do you have any butt floss?
You have any butt floss? This look infected to you? Oh,
Not that. No.
this look infected to you.
Good thing we got our nurse on hand with us
Yeah.
tonight in the studio. We have to carry a nurse.
Oh boy, we need to carry more than that, buddy. Connect.
We have a super chat from Philip Vernon.
Yes.
Oh, Philip Vernon's new.
Maybe.
I think so.
Oh,
Maybe.
maybe I got one. Mm-hmm. Happy Wednesday, Philip.
He says, "Happy anniversary. Love the show."
Love you too, Philip. Thank you, man.
Philip. If you are new, welcome. If you're not, sorry, we forgot your name.
Oh, are you out?
Well, not yet.
Oh,
All right.
Because guess what?
what's that?
That.
You're not out.
That.
All right.
A question from Mr. Kenny Holden.
Kenny
Kenny
Holden?
Holden.
How about a string theory pick from Apollo? Is that a possibility?
I don't think so. I don't think so. That's,
Did it do
Nick,
those
Nick is an artisan, so I don't really believe that he'd want to put
He's
branding.
not mass producing.
No, his picks are made by hand, and so I don't really think that would happen. I wouldn't even ask because I would feel that would be an insult to even ask the man. The man's an artist.
But
He's an artist, and he's making these picks by hand. It takes weeks to make them.
he is.
Yeah,
And that's
so-
all true. But if Kenny Holden were to come here and cook us ribs,
Oh yeah. Okay.
you could get your pick signed by JP.
Or I could give you one of my Clayton USA JP Cormier picks.
This is true. We do
Well,
have some.
I have.
or all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
How do we keep our prices so low? Volume, volume, volume. Just get down here, Kenny, and we can
That's
make
right.
all your dreams come true.
I have a chicken suit that you'd fit into nicely,
That's right.
and then we could have BB gun practice.
There you
Okay, go ahead.
Next.
Question from John Dusty Rhodes.
John Dusty Rhodes. That's new.
No.
God damn it.
You're thinking of John Dusty Rhodes, R-O-A-D-S. This is R-H-O-D-E-S.
Okay. Okay, John Dusty Rhodes. Okay.
Yes. Hi JP. How did you get on with the D'Addario strings? Didn't catch which ones you were trying.
The XS. They're the new coated strings. I use the light gauge. They're absolutely ridiculous good. Yeah, really, really good. That's all I'm using now. End of question.
There it was.
There it was gone.
Did you ever figure out how long they actually last? Like, did you get them to end of life yet?
No, I haven't had to change them yet on the
Nope.
guitar that I have them on. I haven't changed them yet. So there you go.
I'm going to pour you an anniversary cocktail.
All right, it could be about that time.
Some fine Gekkikan plum wine. Japanese beverage.
Okay.
Been
There's
saving
some
this
fancy.
bottle for about 10 years. And it's anniversary night.
Save
There
it
you
for,
go.
like-
One for me.
Shall I read a question while you do that?
Yes.
Here, Ginger.
One
Oh.
for Ginger.
Beverage. Thanks,
First
sir.
one.
Oh,
One's for
Ginger.
you.
There you go. Proper.
Sir.
Ladies first.
Ooh, that smells nice.
Looks good too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that looks really nice. Ooh,
Whoa.
that smells great.
Cheers, you two.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Happy anniversary.
Thank you, sir.
Happy anniversary.
Clicky clicky.
Happy
Clink,
anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Oh, that's ridiculously good.
Mm.
Sweet.
That's
Okay.
ridiculously good.
Do it, Ginger.
Okay. All right. So we have super chat from El Holt.
Alholt.
Out.
Aloha
enjoying Al
from
right now.
California.
What?
Aloha from California.
Aloha.
Nice.
Appreciate you and all the things that you and yours do. Best way to raise the saddle. I have a buzz on the 12th fret and up. Thanks.
Buy a new saddle and have it cut
Yeah,
to fit.
Yes. Yeah. That would be the first. That would be the first plan. The other plan is to check that your truss system's set correctly. Your neck could have a outward bow in it because the truss is too tight. So the first thing you should do is loosen the truss by a quarter, like a full quarter turn, right? Like from noon to
90
9.
degrees.
Yeah. Do that first. Stick it in, turn it, stick it in, turn it. And if the action gets ridiculously high, then you need a new saddle. And then so you just get a new saddle, get a new blank. Depending on the builder of the guitar, you might need a compensated saddle because the B often has to be compensated. But other than that, that's the best way to do it. You could use a shim.
If you're not using a pickup in your guitar, if there's
Yeah.
no electronics in your guitar
Yeah.
so that you can plug it in,
Yeah.
using a shim will probably not affect you drastically.
it won't.
But if you are using a pickup, especially with an under saddle piezo
Yeah.
element,
don't-
just get a new saddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the way to do it. That's a pretty simple fix.
How sick is this?
It's pretty good.
It's
really
really
good.
good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I can't even describe what it tastes like.
It's very organic and fruit. It's plum wine.
It is plum wine.
It's
Japanese
very
plum wine.
organic
The
tasting.
fruit flies are even coming around.
It tastes like plum, but it also tastes like that dark leafy.
Yeah. Almost like
beautiful.
communion wine.
Yeah. As if I knew what the hell that tasted
Yeah.
like. Affleck. Peace be with you.
Peace be with you, brother.
Okay, next.
Oh dear. Super chat from Jeff Galland.
Jeff Gallon, the goddamn yes.
So.
Yes,
seven
Clamhead, go ahead.
months. When do some of us longtime members of String Theory get a Connects hat?
Never.
There was. I'll tell you what, Jeff.
Actually, it's
Actually,
one.
we might
this
have
is,
one for him.
Yeah.
This is one of the things that I want to do for the merch store on YouTube is a Connects hat.
Yeah, Jen just made a few
and
of these
big,
for us
and a
that one
big
time.
string theory shirt. And
Yeah.
like, we have the way to do it. We've looked into it. We just got to pull the trigger. Really want to start doing merch. I think before Christmas because I think it would come in handy.
I'll tell you what, Jeff.
We'll
I
keep
look
the
like
prices-
a
we'll keep
moron.
the prices down too, where people can actually afford the shit too.
I look like a moron in a baseball cap.
You look like a
Get-
moron all the time.
Well, especially in a baseball hat.
Yeah, yeah.
So send Ginger your address.
We have it
I
already.
will post you my Connects hat.
There you go.
There you go.
get
And
Coop
I will
Connects.
gladly pass that along to
Yeah,
you.
you never
I'll pass
wear
it,
them.
I'll pass it forward to our buddy Jeff.
A
All right.
barely used Connects hat.
Yep.
Barely, yes.
Almost.
Gently used.
Gently used.
Yes.
It only has just a few mites and ticks in it. It's good. It's all right.
2 or 3 ticks.
A little bit of dandruff meds. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yep. Some Rogaine and
some shame.
Yep. A little bit of butt floss.
Shame.
Anyway.
Yeah. You know what? You know what? That reminds me. I've got a brand new pill I want to put on the merch store too.
Oh dear.
It's part Rogaine and part Viagra. And it doesn't grow any hair, but what you got stands straight up in the air.
Wow. Well, you really reached for that one, didn't you? Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Jeff. Hat'll be on its way in a couple days. Promise.
It also goes with my new feminine hygiene product.
Oh no.
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 Connect.
Okay.
Connect right now.
Right
Connect.
now, immediately, we have a super chat from Wingfoot48.
Wingfoot 48. You're out. Just go away.
That's the worst I ever crapped myself up ever. Where did that come from?
I don't know, but I don't want to know.
Oh shit!
Okay.
That was a
dear.
good one. Ooh.
Gordon Lightfoot Wingfoot 38.
Wingfoot 38. Okay.
Wingfoot 38.
48.
48. Shit, we don't know where we are. All right.
What's going on?
Enjoyed Afghanistan series. Glad we're out of there.
Yes, I'm glad you're out of there too.
Cheers to that.
Yes. Okay, now I need to scroll up.
Scroll,
Stand by.
Ginger. Scroll.
Scrolling. Not scrolling. There's many talking. Okay. We have a question from Blair Turner.
Blair Turner, welcome back, buddy.
I see
Happy
that
Wednesday.
Gibson is now selling coated strings. The price is about $5 less than Elixir, but are they any good?
They are probably shit. There's like every company sells coated strings.
Yeah, but
Martin-
they are not all created equal.
No, they're not. And I mean, Martin sells them, Gibson sells them. They're not coated. They call them treated. These extra long life strings that all these guys make, they're garbage. They don't last.
Even when Elixir first brought out the coated strings, there were a lot of problems with
Oh yeah, the poly
was
web
coming off them.
Oh
Yeah.
I couldn't use them. I was the first guy, one of the first guys in this part of the country that ever got them. They sent the strings to me. They offered me an endorsement.
Yeah.
And I put the first set of poly webs on my guitar. And I was like, this is not going to work. Because the coating was so thick, they wouldn't even stay in the spindle. You'd have to put like 10 winds on and tie a knot in it.
get it
It
to
was
stay.
so slippery,
Yeah.
right? And then the winding would feather and tear. And it was just horrible.
Yeah, it was like string dandruff all
It
over the
was. And then
place.
all of a sudden, when they came out with the nano web coating, whoever thought of that shit, holy God.
Yeah.
It needs a medal. It needs about 10 medals. Right? And now that technology, the patent's off of that technology.
Right.
And that's why D'Addario was able to go in and create their own version of it.
Right.
Different string core.
But now D'Addario just didn't jump into it. D'Addario has been on it for researching it for a long time,
right.
so that when the patent did run out, they were ready to roll.
And their strings are not the same.
Right.
The core of the string is different, right?
Yeah.
And that's why they feel so much better, I think, and more tone, more natural tone. They don't even sound like coated strings. But I'm saying that out of pocket, right? Like I'm saying they're shit, but I've never tried them. But with my previous experience with other companies, they're probably shit.
Gibson is not a string company.
They're not.
They're an instrument company.
They're an instrument company.
A string to them
Martin
is an
is not
accessory.
an instrument company
Right.
either, or a string company either. None of those guys are.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when Adama strings were out, an Ovation string, like they're horrible. They don't build strings.
No.
And evidence.
It's a sideline for them. It's not their primary business.
Exactly, and evidenced by the fact that when you buy a Gibson, it's got D'Addario strings on it.
Right.
J17s, right? They don't even put their own strings on their own shit. So yeah, don't do it. Stick with the Elixir. Stick with the XS D'Addarios. Either one of those strings are going to be, I think, especially the XS, are going to just make you super, super happy.
That is dandy.
So,
Ginger, how's
there
your
you go.
plum one?
Cat next.
It's good. I've had a hard time multitasking and drinking. I'm not drinking
Oh,
enough.
boy. Well.
Sorry.
Well, at least
there
you're
you
not
go.
doing the other stuff.
Yeah. All right, let's get on it. Ginger, connects.
Eli Patrick Music.
Eli Patrick Music, formerly Bluegrass.
He says he owns a Dean Flying V acoustic.
I told you. Dean, I told you.
We need pictures.
We need pictures. Send us pictures on
We
somehow.
need pictures.
And Caleb Hawkins says Washburn did a Flying V acoustic.
There you
years
go.
ago.
All right.
There you go.
There's that skunk out of the barn,
yeah,
right?
I knew there was somebody that had done it. And I said Dean, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You know what? That's a very interesting company. They were Canadian, right? And they're still going. I don't know if they're still owned by the same guy, but he went through a lot of legal problems, apparently, with that company, like getting sued all the time because he...
Flying V acoustic?
Yeah,
I wonder why.
I mean, but he built great gear.
Yeah.
Some of his instruments were really pieces of art, right? For a very reasonable price. And I love those. I've seen a lot of Dean guitars I looked at and went, wow, that's a really sharp guitar. Like that. Maybe it doesn't sound that great acoustically, but you plug it in on a stage and you look like
It's
a
a
million
banger.
bucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You look like a rock star.
Yeah.
With your flying V
Yeah.
acoustic.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Flying V acoustic. Yeah.
Real plywood tone built right in.
Rocking out your balls out.
Yep, for sure.
Next.
Next is Quiet Wyatt.
Quiet Wyatt. That's new. That has to
Gotta
be
be new.
I've never laughed at a.
He's
That's
not.
a good
He's
one.
not super new because he's a member of
Oh,
the Jill
okay.
face level.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Jill face level?
And he
Which
just.
is multiple months, like 6 months or something.
Okay, well, maybe I haven't.
Jill face level?
Yeah, Jill
Yeah,
face.
they get little icons for how many months they've been. So
Yeah,
first
yeah.
they're
Jill
Betty
is,
the
up
cat,
there.
and then Ronnie the
I
cat.
so need to learn about
And
you.
then
Oh,
Jill
yeah,
and
yeah.
Jack.
We got it all going on. Jack and Jill and Ronnie
Yeah.
and Betty.
Jack
there.
wrapped in a blanket, looking like Yoda.
Yes.
He's the highest level.
He's the highest level. he is the king level of
He's
YouTube membership.
currently getting nursed over there. I
Yes,
think.
he is. Yes.
Yes, he has a hard life, I thought.
All right.
Anywho, his question. Mr. Cormier, one of your fingerstyle techniques is in the Travis family, but I catch you slipping suspiciously close to Bach for lute sometimes. Ever study classical guitar? Happy Annabirthmas.
And a birthmas. I never studied classical guitar, but I played classical music by the masters like Julian Bream, John Williams, and all of it was Bach. So, yeah, I learned that technique and I play that shit with a thumb pick. So I'm not doing it properly. But the way that music is designed, there's only really one way sometimes to finger it with the right hand. So yes, I absolutely do use all that technique for playing other kinds of music because I can. That's the beauty of learning other kinds of music. You take all that technique and put it across.
Transpose it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everything you do, you don't just waste. You don't learn a very difficult technique and just waste it on one kind of music. You take that technique out, right? When I was learning to play, when I was heavy into rock guitar, when I was in the late '80s, listening to Yngwie Malmsteen and Randy Rhoads and Joe Satriani,
Yep.
and learned all those shredding techniques on a Stratocaster, I didn't leave that behind when I put the electric down. I took all that knowledge to a flat top and learned to play stuff like The Mathematician and all these Celtic tunes that required, super high speed right hand things and finding proper form in the left hand to be able to play these really complex ideas. And it's because I studied the other thing. So yes, it's a fantastic question because it's something I talk about all the time. Is if you learn a technique to do one song, don't think it's just for that one song. It's for everything you do. It goes in your toolbox and it stays
Right.
there, right?
And it's those tools that you learned doing that you carried over to play fiddle tunes on the guitar.
Right.
And a lot of artists have said that. Gordy Sampson said that.
Yep.
John Allen Cameron has said
Yep.
that. Gunning has said that, where you're taking all those lessons learned and you're cross-pollinating,
Exactly.
playing it into Cape Breton fiddle tunes and
Yep.
and
And
all
the-
that kind of thing.
And the beauty of that is once you've learned to remove all the barriers between those techniques, right? It's a mind job because you think that you learned something there and it can't be applied here. That's never true.
No.
So when the walls come down in your head, when you combine all these ideas, that's when you start to develop your own style. This is what creates a guitar player that excites a guy like me or you or
And-
somebody who's listened to lots of music.
And I can see that in players like a lot of folk players,
Yeah.
because it's world music, really. It's
Yeah.
all encompassing.
Yeah.
And you've taken techniques across the barriers of different styles and different
Right.
influences. And your style is the sum
Of a
of all
million
of your
things.
influences that
Yes,
you've
sir.
had.
Yeah. I've never claimed I mean, as many accolades as I get as a guitar player, I never feel I deserve them because I've only stood on the shoulders of giants, right? I learned to do what I do from people like Chet Atkins and Doc Watson, and the Malmsteens and George Harrison, Eswood Davison. Like I could name 100 obscure guitar players that I took a piece of their life and went and plugged it into
Yeah.
my little Lego house that I
Yeah.
was building, right? Like,
But you can see that if you know those artists in your style, you can very clearly see that influence on your music and on your traditional music from Cape Breton.
yeah. And something that annoys me these days too, and I've been seeing it a few times recently, is that there are new players popping up that are clearly influenced by players from not only the 80s but even before that, perhaps, and they put themselves forward as something that's brand new. And it's a bit unfair because they might be brand new to their generation, but to me and you and guys that know
There's
guitar,
nothing brand new.
there's nothing brand new. And I feel like they don't give the props where they should be given them, and that sucks because it's not. And they'll learn after they fall flat a few times. They will learn that they have to look back and give thanks to what happened before them, right? That's how they move forward.
You know you're growing old when somebody younger than you brings up a song and says, "Oh, this is a new song by
Yeah, and I wrote
so
it."
and so," and you go,
Right.
"No,
No,
that's a
no.
riff or a lick,
Yeah,
from
exactly.
this song,
Yeah.
in the '70s or the '60s or the '50s."
Yeah.
It's all recycled, isn't it?
It is.
There's only 8 notes.
I just seen a guy. I just seen a
I
guy
wrote so many orders.
a
Yeah.
couple of weeks ago, and he was a brilliant guitar player, but it was so obvious that he had studied Yngwie Malmsteen, and he was doing all of that technique, all of the right and left hand technique on a gut string guitar,
Right.
on an electric gut string, right? And I thought, Jesus, like he's got it. There's no question he's got it. But he's presenting that as something that is supposed to shock us.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't shock me at all. I watched Yngwie Malmsteen do it 40 years ago. So, guys like that, if I have an opportunity to talk to them, I always just grab them by the fucking ears and go, listen,
Yeah.
you're so good. Don't blow it. Don't take credit for this. Make something new out of it. Don't try to sell this as your own.
It's not. Just put your own flavor on it.
Exactly, because you have to appeal to the whole world. You have to play for the audience, right? Don't ever insult the audience. Don't ever tell the audience that, oh, I invented this. You didn't invent shit. It's already been invented, just like you said, right? So you always have to go, I learned this from Dan Crary. I put a little of my own spin on it, but this is Dan. I got this from Dan, right? And you play it, and then everybody goes, wow. They see the love of the instrument and the historical players, right?
I think people like you and I are so lucky, and because we get to see the influences transferring from person to person,
Yeah.
in person. And
Yes.
and the example I'll use is pretty much the most beautiful and emotional times I've ever seen are at Stanfest
Yeah.
in Camp Glasgow at
Yeah.
2 a.m. when there's 40 musicians sitting in a little room, and somebody from some place will play something.
Yep.
And that song will go for 20 minutes while everybody eventually joins in on whatever instrument they have. And it's repetitive, but it's everybody picking up on that. And then
Yep.
everybody that was in that jam takes it out
Yep.
and influences their style,
Yep.
where they came from. And it happens in the green room there and stuff. So we're lucky that we get to see that happening,
Yeah.
whereas a lot of people don't know how those influences transfer.
Yeah. I
Right?
know it. I'm just gonna say one more thing before we go.
We have two questions you need to answer.
Try to get through to the last of the super chats. We're over a bit, but that's okay. Like I said to you, I was at Rogersville a couple weekends ago, and I guess last weekend, wasn't it, Ginger? Or the weekend
Yes.
before, yeah. And there was a lot of really young players there, hot players, right? And there was a close friend of mine there, Danny Maye, who was the same age as me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Monster.
yes, he's one of the best bluegrass guitar players that ever come out of Canada. He was the first person in this country to actually play like Tony Rice, exactly like him. You couldn't tell the difference between him and Rice.
He's
right?
a true Swiss Army knife.
He is, and he plays great everything. He plays electric, he plays pedal steel, he plays banjo, mandolin, fiddle,
dobro,
everything, right?
everything.
And we're both 52 years old, and he's leading a band of these young guys. And he looked at me. He said, "These guys are keeping me on my toes." And I said, "Do you remember a time?" Because we grew up together, like we were 13 years old together. I said, "Remember a time we're walking around Artois trying to learn everything we could learn. And now these arseholes are trying to take all this,
Do the same thing."
Yeah, they're trying to, and we laughed. He said, "Yeah," he said, "It's unbelievable."
Yeah.
There's guys in this band that play licks I played 25 years ago. And they look at me, and you can see the sparkle in their eye because they're copying something I did, right? And it happened to me that weekend. I would be in a jam, and somebody, 30 years younger than me would play a lick that was on an album of mine years ago, or something that, because we all have our kit of cool licks.
You
right?
have your tells.
Our tells,
Yeah.
yes. And I'd be sitting there, and one of these young kids would play my tell, and I'd look over, and they'd be winking at me like and I thought, Jesus, this is great. This is exactly how it's supposed to be done.
So
right?
flattering, right?
It isn't just that; it's they paid attention to what I've been saying all
You're
along.
their influence now.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter about that. It matters about them knowing what they're doing, where it came from. And they're now getting to access all my heroes through me, right? That's the beauty of it. It just never ends. A never-ending train down the track. It's just filled with music, right? So, yeah. Cheers to everybody at Rogersville. Cheers to all the young players.
Cheers, Ginger.
It was amazing. Let's have the last few questions, and then we're going to have our
Cake.
our trivia.
And we'll eat it too. So we have a question from Ian Rossiter. It's for Chris.
There you go. Atta boy.
Hi, Ian.
Why would my LR Bag's Radius mandolin pickup sound so horrendous with acoustic amps? Having a hell of a time getting this thing to sound good.
Do you know which one that is?
The radius.
It's a putty.
Yeah.
It's a putty sticker.
Yeah. And
On
that's
the top.
and that's why.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a great connection to the instrument.
Exactly.
You need a solid, consistent connection to the instrument.
Yeah.
An under saddle, as much as you'd think it is solid, it can move. The beauty of the K&K is that
best.
it's cyanoacrylated to the bottom of the bridge, to the bridge plate, and it can't move.
I used to use a radius.
Yeah.
And it sounded good in the room, but if you went on stage
Yeah.
at high volumes, it just sounded terrible. And
It's picking up the instrument through a blanket.
yes, exactly. That putty is like a friggin'
It is. It's not a solid connection. So not only is it going to change, it's getting the instrument sound through a sponge. So
go for
good
the
for its
K&K.
time.
K&K.
Good for its time, but you could do better with a K&K.
Exactly. It is an old style pickup.
It is an old style pickup. I love LR Bag's product. I've worked on them for years and years and years and installed more of them than I can swing a dead cat at.
Yeah.
But you can do a lot better these days than that.
Yeah, I have K&Ks in both my mandolins, and they are the best sounding mandolin pickup I've ever heard.
Yeah.
They're just amazing. And you can put them through a Fishman amp, and they just take a little bit off the highs, a little bit off the lows. You actually just scoop a little bit out of all three.
Yep.
You run everything at about 11 o'clock.
It's very immediate sounding, so
Oh,
you do have
man.
to dumb it down.
Oh
a little
yeah,
bit.
man, it just cooks. It's one
And a
of the,
K&K won't damage your instrument.
no,
if
no
you,
battery, no,
Yep.
none of that shit.
completely stable, and if
Yep.
you need to take it out of there, they can be popped out.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Chris can install them.
Anybody can, a 3-year-old can install.
Pretty
it.
much, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
I think it's important that we recognize Mr. Cam McMaster
Cam Disaster.
as the Stonebridge Country Club champion.
There.
Oh!
Did you really?
He really did.
Oh, right on,
Well,
Cam.
there you go.
Here's,
He
cheers, brother.
congratulations.
completed
I
the
just
season
played. I
as
just
the
played
champion,
18 holes yesterday myself.
and he lost.
It was awesome.
And he lost.
I shot 132. I'm
Struck
proud.
10,032.
It's not too bad for an old fat guy with one leg.
Keep your panties on tonight, Cam.
And we have one last super chat from Tuba Dillon.
All right.
You tuba Dylan.
He said, God bless JP Cormier and all the troops in Canada and the USA. Freedom is where it's at. Nothing expresses freedom better than music. Love, love, love.
All right, buddy.
Happy,
We
happy,
love you.
happy anniversary.
So we're gonna have cake first.
We're gonna have cupcakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, so to speak.
We should do the question or what?
Let's have cake and then we'll do the question.
Okay.
Ginger's,
So we're gonna have cake.
Ginger's driving the bus.
You can think of the
So-
question. We know you probably did.
We really have cake.
Oh, here, this is your cup. It's got the J on it.
That one's my cup, John.
Okay. World's okay as pilot.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
oh
you,
yeah.
I got the
that's,
J.
That's yours. World's most okayest pilot. So,
You just turn the cup upside down.
yeah.
Boom.
Completely up. There you go. And
Okay.
then just scoop out some cake.
Okay.
Got her.
There we go.
Oh boy. Okay. With some purple cake
Fuck.
there.
Here's my-
Yeah.
This was a gift. This is my birthday gift from John. a few years
World's
ago.
okay as pilot.
World's okay as pilot.
All right.
Oh boy, this looks all right.
Okay. Got a little cake spudge on the table here.
Oh, spudgy.
Chocolate
Oh man,
cake.
that's delicious.
I'm enjoying some right now.
This is really good cake.
Oh, this liver.
It'll do.
I'm just having some right now.
It's so good.
Well, the cake I've ever had, it's certainly one of them.
This is one of the cakes that I've had. Hi, Jack. Look
is-
at Jack. Look at
Jack's
us.
like, I like cake.
There's a small Jewish dog wanting some cake.
Listen, this is
No
brought to you
dog.
by JP and Ginger's anniversary cake.
Sorry, Jack.
It's hardly dry and gummy at all.
I'm having some right now.
I'm enjoying it right now.
That's
Candy
friggin'
cake.
wicked.
I love chocolate.
Or juicy.
What's the question?
All right.
The question is, what town is our new music store partner located in?
I know.
Don't
Oh
say
wait,
anything.
I can't do it. Right. I don't know.
Mel's in for the rescue there.
So just
Oh,
the
thank you. Nurse to the rescue.
not the name of the store. You want the town.
The town.
The former city.
Actually, yeah. What's the name of the town? And what it was
Well,
called
you
before.
can't change it now.
And the river that it's on.
Oh,
What?
fuck. No, we
And
can't
the
do
color
that.
of their flag
What?
and their national bird.
Yeah. How many people live in the town? Seasonally.
Name of the town.
Thank you, sweetie. Sorry.
All right. So we got some winners.
All
Okay.
right, cool. Number one, number two.
All right. So our first winner, not surprising, is Jay Gallant
Jay Gallant.
with the Miramachi.
So you send us an email right now to jpcormier38@gmail.com. You'll be compiled into our not only the
Database.
list but the database for the free concert after the big giveaway. And so jpcormier38@gmail.com. Send me an email right now. Ginger's going to do her thing.
Jay Gallant gets front row center for the concert.
That's right.
As the first person.
You'll be the first invite. Next
Oh.
winner.
Oh, wait, the screen moved.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
whoa. Steady, Ginger.
Oh, dear.
Oh, the answer was Miramachi.
Yeah,
by the way.
the
Yes.
second winner is Kenny Holden.
Kenny Holland.
Holden.
What?
Holden. Kenny.
Kenny Holden.
Kenny.
Kenny. Kenny.
Kenny Holden. Kenny, send us an email right now, jpcormier38@gmail.com. And you will be compiled into the database. You're the first two eligible contestants for the big draw that's going to happen
Oh, my goodness.
24 weeks from now. It seems like a long time, but it's worth it. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
And
We're
you, Kenny, have been selected to cook JP, Ginger, and I ribs on the night of the concert and attend in person.
That's right.
Since you live like
And I'm gonna eat this
Right
cake
there.
right now because cake.
cake. Because math.
Just cake.
There you go. First
Because
two.
Damn, that's good.
First two.
There
Are
you
you
go.
gonna play a song for the outro, or do you want me to do music?
Play it to him.
Do music.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm
I have a
disappointed.
sore finger.
Oh, right.
Oh.
He's got a
So-
boo-boo.
But we're
I have a
not-
You have a
boo-boo.
little boo-boo.
not ready
Yes, I
for
do.
this.
Oh, you got a boo-boo.
My finger's
That's okay.
1.5 times its normal size.
How about a little Alison Krauss?
Why not?
Oh, yeah.
That should get us arrested.
She's like baby powder.
No, don't do that. Play something that's traditional. Well, that was music.
That was the music.
There you go.
There. Oh, don't wait. What?
So we've fully gone 15 minutes over.
Holy, we're
But
off
you know
the
what?
rails.
We did a lot of
You know what?
We did.
I don't give a shit because I missed you guys so
Shart?
bad last week,
Yeah.
and I'm just glad to be back and glad.
Don't ever do that to us again, damn it.
Well, I might because you guys did a tremendous
Yeah.
job.
At screwing that up.
No, you didn't.
Cheers.
You did not. Didn't they do a great job? They did
Cheers,
a
Ginger.
fantastic job. I was watching the thing, entertain myself. You said stuff I didn't know. So
Everybody wanting to know all the boring details they never want to know.
love you, brother. Love you
Love
too.
it.
Yep. Thanks to Ginger, the lovely Ginger. I fooled her 3 years ago. I don't know how I did it, but there you go. She hasn't made me live in the driveway yet.
Close.
It's close, but not yet.
Close.
Anyhow, love you guys. See you next Wednesday night.
Take care, everybody.
Remember, whoever has the most guitars at the end wins.
Or goes out of business.
That's right.